If your coffee machine had no water, you wouldn't yell at it, you'd refill the tank. So, why do you call your body too sensitive when you run out of emotional energy? Pause. You're not too sensitive, you're not unstable, you're just dehydrated. If you've ever felt off in your body, off in your emotions, and couldn't explain why, then stick with me till the end of this video, and here's what you'll walk away with: a new lens to understand why you actually burn out, even when you're doing all the right things. A Vedic and scientific breakdown of how water governs not just your body, but your emotional clarity and spiritual intuition. And 3 simple rituals to get your nervous system out of survival mode without needing a 10-day retreat. And most importantly, the permission to feel deeply without shame. Because emotional flow isn't a luxury, it's your birthright. And water is how you reclaim it. So, what is water really? Beyond all the fancy hydration drinks and beyond what Bruce Lee wants you to be, water doesn't just quench thirst, it remembers. See, in the Vedic tradition, water is the carrier of memory, feeling, and intuition. It's ruled by Chandra, the moon. Water governs your system's ability to downregulate your hormonal tides and rhythms, your capacity to trust, bond, and surrender. So the next time you dismiss your tears, remember, that's not weakness, that's wisdom in liquid form. That's your emotional Wi-Fi trying to reconnect. But here's the part that no one tells you. So you can eat clean, meditate daily, hit every goal, and still find yourself anxious, fatigued, and disconnected. I don't know about you, but that's exactly how I found myself a few years ago. Why? Because I was skipping the most important layer of healing, and we're about to uncover it. You don't burn out because you're busy. You burn out because your body is dried out. You journal your thoughts, but don't express your grief. You meditate in stillness, but never shake loose your rage. You keep asking the mind to heal what the waters of your body were designed to do. You see, emotion equals emotion, energy in motion. If that energy doesn't move, it rots. The mind tries to analyze it, but the body just needs to release it. And water is exactly how it does that. So now that we know the emotional side of water, let's bring it down to earth, to fascia, to cells, to what science and Vedic wisdom both confirm, that water isn't just metaphor, it's a charge and memory carrier. And when it's missing, everything short circuits. Your brain, 75% water. Your fascia, a liquid crystal matrix, the body's internet highway. Your cellular signals, literally carried by hydration. Science shows that water molecules change structure based on thought and feeling. So when your fascia dehydrates from chronic stress, that's when your emotions freeze. Your nervous signals misfire and you lose your sense of intuitive flow. Water is a bioelectric highway. It's memory in motion, liquid coherence. And is the reason Venus and Moon, despite being 2 of the softest grahas, are still so powerful, because connection is greater than control. And this is where it gets personal. You might be wondering, how does this show up in my actual day? How does it affect my mood swings, my fog, my reactivity? Let's map the signals of emotional dehydration in your body and life, so you can finally name what's been going wrong. So if you're numb, reactive, foggy, emotionally overwhelmed, emotionally unavailable, guess what? It's not your mindset, it's your hydration. You're dehydrated elementally and emotionally. Just like dry skin can't absorb a moisturizer, a dry nervous system can't absorb natural intelligence. Moon governs your emotion, Venus governs connection. Both flow through the water channels of your being. If your water is clogged, your intuition becomes static. You can't manifest clearly when your inner tide is out of rhythm. To truly understand water's wisdom, let's zoom out and watch how water moves through the life of a plant. Because this one simple metaphor will make it all click and show you exactly where you are in your emotional growth. Let me tell you a story about a simple plant that goes through the four stages of life. It starts with germination. The seed lies dormant. Then comes water, just a little, and the entire genetic code inside that seed awakens. Then come the roots. Water travels where it's welcomed, and so do the roots. This is energetic nourishment. You're not needy, you're sensing where you're not emotionally resourced. Then comes the time to bloom. What makes a flower attractive? It's the nectar, that sweet, water rich essence that invites connection. You magnetize what's right for you when you're emotionally honest, not emotionally armored. And finally comes the time for the fruits. The plant learns to let go. The moisture, the memory, the offering, it all returns back to soil, and this is exactly what water teaches us through its flow. So now the question becomes, how do I apply this? How do I reconnect with water, not just conceptually, but somatically, so it lives inside me? Let's bring the sacred path down to three powerful daily rituals. Start your day with 1 cup of room temperature water stored overnight in a copper vessel. You can also sun charge it for a while, or you can also put some pink salt and lemon. Before you sip it, speak your intention aloud. Let this water carry clarity through every cell in my being. See, structured water holds energetic memory and it improves bioavailability for better hydration. Copper enhances ojas, your immunity and emotional resilience. The moon governs both water and the left nostril's lunar current, your Ida Nadi, for calm and connection. Fill a bucket with warm water. Add a handful of rock salt or sea salt. Soak your feet for 10 to 15 minutes in silence. Visualize the stress leaving through the soles of your feet. You can also add some essential oil for grounding. Your feet, each of them, contain over 7,000 nerve endings. Salt discharges electromagnetic overload and purifies your subtle channels. It's not some spa indulgence, this is ancient electrical grounding at its best. You can fill up a cup of clean water, hold it gently, whisper into it. Thank you for nurturing the flow of electricity and emotion in my body. Pour it slowly at the roots of a plant or tree. Watch it soak into the soil as a prayer, not a task. Water transfers emotion and memory. Offering it versus discarding it turns release into ritual. Plants recycle what we surrender, nothing is wasted. This is emotional composting, and it's how you nourish yourself and the world all at once. And if this still feels too soft, too poetic, too slow for the world you're hustling to fit into, then this last part is for you. Because water isn't weak. Water shapes canyons. Water always finds its way home, and so will you. If you've been told to stop crying, get it together, you're being so dramatic, let me offer a new truth. You are a river. Not a machine, not a robot, not an affirmation chanting productivity hack. You're made of tide and memory, of wisdom and waves, of moonlight and breath. And when you stop holding it all in, you don't fall apart. You flow back to coherence. Thank the water, bless your emotions, and return to flow. Start with the common sense meditation, where you learn to balance the water element, bless your emotions, and return to flow. Level flow. Comment level flow to get your invitation for the common sense meditation. And subscribe if you want to learn how to balance the fire element in your next video.